Tonight I am making chicken Alfredo with a side of broccoli for dinner, and I wanted to show you here what ingredients you will need if you choose to make this. I will be changing mine up and having it the Trim Healthy Mama or low carb style, I should say. I won't be having the pasta. I will take some out before I mix it all together, and then the broccoli we do on the side, so then I'm doing 2 bags of broccoli so that I can have a larger amount of broccoli with the chicken cheese sauce on top. So you will need pasta if you choose to have it over pasta. We like, it's kind of fun with fettuccine since it's fettuccine Alfredo, but it is also very good with a penne pasta. I a lot of times do that. You're going to need 1 stick of butter, so a half a cup of butter, 1 package of cream cheese. I have a low-fat kind. You're going to need some Parmesan cheese, chicken if you're choosing to have meat in it, and then I actually am using almond milk, which once when I did not have regular milk on hand, I made it with almond milk, and we have found that we actually like it better. It gives it just a very unique little extra flavor. So we're doing that, and then like I said, the broccoli on the side. So I will show you the different steps that you take to make this chicken Alfredo. Okay, I'm going to show you the process of making the very easy chicken Alfredo at home. So first, you're going to chop up your chicken. I have probably 2 chicken breasts in here. You can do as much or as little as you want. It's delicious made without chicken. It's a very simple recipe, and I have doubled it before as well and then froze half of it for later. So today I did about 2 large chicken breasts diced up, and they are now sauteing in a little bit of olive oil. You definitely could use butter, or even coconut oil would be delicious too. And I like to do things quickly, so I have it kind of high, but again, work with your stove and what you decide. And because I did have the temperature on quite high, we got a little bit of browning on the bottom of the pan, which is just fine because that will add flavor. And I am now adding in the stick of butter and the 8-ounce package of cream cheese. This one is low fat. Again, if you want a Whole Foods, complete Whole Foods, feel free to use the full fat cream cheese. So you're just going to want to melt this, and I was going to say too, I did use olive oil to cook the chicken in this time, but I have done it before where I've melted the butter. But what I have found is you really get which is not necessarily a bad thing, a butter-laden chicken when you are done if you melt your stick of butter first and cook your chicken in that. So if you really like that, you may enjoy that as well. Probably next time I would just add a little bit of butter to the bottom of my pan and cook it in a little bit of butter. So now you're just going to mix this together until the butter and cream cheese melts. Okay, as this is melting, you're going to want to add, you can kind of do this all together at the same time, a half of cup of your milk. And yes, this is a 1 cup measuring thing. I didn't know where my half cup was, so you eyeball it. This is a forgiving recipe. That's pretty much how I cook in my home. So you want to turn your heat down if you had it way up, because you're not going to want this to continue to boil or burn at the bottom of your pan if you're using a stainless steel pan. Okay, so you have now 1/2 cup of butter in here, 1 package of cream cheese, 8 ounce. You have roughly a 1/2 cup of some type of milk, almond, regular milk, or dairy milk, or I have also done half and half and done half and half water. So remember, this is how I cook at my house. Okay, and then 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And that is it. You stir this mixing it together, allowing the cheese to melt, and the cream cheese and the butter was already melted, and your milk to warm up, and this is your sauce. So you just continue to stir it as this cheese melts, and just make sure that you get everything mixed really well. And I have again done it both ways, to where we have added the broccoli right to the sauce. My family prefers to have it on the side. So after I have this all mixed, I will just turn the heat off and probably leave it on the burner so it stays warm but doesn't continue to really cook. This is my very fast way of cooking broccoli without having to use the microwave. So I have a big pot here, I have broccoli, and you can see if I turn my pot, I have some water at the bottom of the pan. You want to make sure you have enough water just so it covers the bottom. If you want to err on the side of caution, put quite a bit in. But you need to make sure as you cook this that you stay close by and stir it, because it will burn very quickly doing it this way if you run out of water. Ask me how I know. So I am going to turn, I'm borrowing my hot burner actually, so I just moved my sauce over here. Water is cooking back here. This is the lid. Put a lid on your broccoli and then turn it on high. So this is going to get that water boiling very quickly and very hot, like I said, and it will also steam. The reason I don't fill the water very high is it will actually steam the other broccoli. So this is a way that I'm eliminating the microwave steaming bag, which you could use if you're fine with that. I prefer to do it on the stove. And then now we have our water boiling back here, and we're not too bad on time. 5 o'clock. I should have started by showing you how long this took, but I like to eat around, we normally eat between 5 and 5:30, so I will put in the fettuccine next here, and that only takes a little while, and then I will throw it all together. Okay, I wanted to give you a little update on the broccoli. I had my timer set after I put the pasta in for 9 minutes, so that is still cooking. A couple more minutes. But I wanted to show you what happens to the broccoli when you do it this way. I mean, some people may find this obvious, but I'm one who likes to see what goes on. So temperature's still on high. As you can see, steam is coming out like crazy. So carefully open your broccoli. You can see it has, because it was frozen, it's probably like hard to see, but there's still plenty of water down there. And I like to stop cooking my broccoli before it turns a dark color, so that we're keeping more of the vitamins and minerals in it, if that's true. Something I heard, not sure if it's true. So I'm going to turn that off, move my tea kettle over, and I'm just going to stick it on the back burner because that was not on. So this will just sit here still. Oh, I should probably check it a little bit more because ooh, we're almost out of water. The steam. So like I told you before, I have learned the hard way, don't do that. So we're gonna put a little bit of random water here that has been boiled, so it's clean. Okay, just so that because my pan's gonna be really hot yet. It really is a bad smell when you burn broccoli in your kitchen, trust me. Okay, so I threw in, oh, there goes our timer. I threw in that whole box of fettuccine. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to use all of this because I will be taking out some of the sauce for my own dinner as a low carb trim healthy mama meal. It was not 2 pounds, it was more like 1 pound of pasta. For some reason I think that the box did not receive the entire amount that it was supposed to, so I will check these to see if they're done and then show you the completed project. Okay, I am back with my pasta rinsed. My chicken Alfredo sauce has been dumped on the pasta, and if you have a handy dandy salad tongs or a metal tongs, this works really nicely. Just go in here and pull it around and mix it. I have already taken out the broccoli that I personally was going to eat and then dumped on some, I'll have a picture on my blog of that, and dumped on some pasta, or not pasta, some Alfredo, chicken Alfredo sauce. So I did decide to use all this pasta just because this is a rich sauce and it really coats well, so even if it's not as heavy on sauce because I took a little out, it's still a decent amount of sauce, as you can kind of tell because there's still some on the bottom. So I will probably use my spatula to just get underneath to finish pulling all of this through. And then we will plate it up with some chicken Alfredo pasta and broccoli on the side. So this is the very, very easy and fast chicken Alfredo pasta with a side of broccoli.